the Commission on Appointments on Wednesday rejects the appointment of lawyer Perfecto Yasay Jr. as Foreign Affairs Secretary. Senator Panfilo Lacson, chairman of the CA Foreign Affairs Committee, says the CA unanimously rejected Yasay's appointment.
The Commission has gone over the qualification and issues besetting the appointee. After careful deliberations of the foregoing circumstances and upon a unanimous vote of 15 of its members present in a caucus held this morning, this representation as chairman of the Committee on Foreign Affairs hereby moves to reject the ad interim appointment of Attorney Perfecto Yasay Jr.
Senate President Coco Pimentel, CA Chair, approves the motion, which was unopposed. During the confirmation hearing, Occidental Mindoro Representative Josephine Ramirez Sato again grills Yasay on whether he was ever an American citizen.
I wish I could answer that question with a yes or no, but as directly as I could in answering that question, I have always admitted that I was granted U.S. citizenship. That is my answer. I was granted U.S. citizenship in November 26, 1986. But it is my position that that grant of U.S. citizenship at that time was void ab initio on the basis of the explanation I have stated in my affidavits.
Chairman, with all due respect, I cannot understand why the Honorable Secretary cannot answer that simple question with a yes or no.
Yasay claims he was never a U.S. citizen because even if the U.S. granted him American citizenship in 1986, he executed an affidavit in 1993 saying this was null and void. Yasay says that he was disqualified from U.S. citizenship because he had a preconceived intent of abandoning his U.S. residency when he became American. American lawyers interviewed by Rappler said that a person cannot unilaterally declare through an affidavit that one's U.S. citizenship is nullified, as Yasay did.
He said that U.S. citizenship granted to him was void ab initio. But the question now, Mr. Chairman, is who declared your citizenship as void ab initio? Was it your intention? Your mere intention would void the grant of American citizenship? I mean, you are a lawyer. Some of us here are lawyers. Please respect us. We know the law.
Environment Secretary Gina Lopez on Wednesday denies one of her family's companies, First Balfour, operates an open-pit mine in Lobo, Batangas.
If my family has been found remiss in the environment, they will be asked to comply, and they're fully aware of that. There's no sacred cow here.
Lopez is responding to the opposition of Carlo Arcilla, one of the 23 oppositors to her confirmation. Arcilla says First Balfour is mining aggregates in a watershed in Lobo. Lopez repeatedly opposed any mining activity in Lobo, which she called the center of marine biodiversity in the world. Lopez in February ordered the cancellation of 75 MPSAs in watersheds all over the country. She says Balfour wasn't given permits by her department. Commission on Appointments members also questioned Lopez on her definition of a watershed. Lopez admits she'd fail if the CA questions her on her technical ability on mining. She says it's the mandate of the Environment Department to maneuver the resources of the country such that it doesn't impede in the quality of life of present and future generations. The Philippine Mining Act lists proclaimed watersheds among areas close to mining.
You know, they're not all proclaimed watersheds, I would agree, but a watershed is a watershed is a watershed, and a law does not make a watershed a watershed.
The Commission on Human Rights forms a new team to probe killings allegedly committed by the Davao Death Squad. This after former Davao City cop Arthur Las Cañas again faced the Senate Monday to narrate President Rodrigo Duterte's role in the death squad. Las Cañas publicly retracted his previous denials about the DDS and corroborated information from Edgar Matobato, another self-confessed DDS member. Both Las Cañas and Matobato said Duterte ordered the execution of several people when he was still Davao City mayor. This isn't the first time the CHR is investigating the existence of the DDS. Then CHR chairperson and now Senator Laila De Lima conducted public hearings in Davao City on killings between 2005 and 2009. The commission identified 206 deaths attributable to the DDS within this period alone. In 2012, the CHR released a resolution stating it found probable cause and recommended that the Ombudsman investigate the possible administrative and criminal liability of Duterte in relation to the killings. But the Ombudsman terminated the investigations into the DDS in January 2016 because no evidence was gathered and allegations remain as gossip. Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre says Mighty Corporation President Alex Wongchuking cannot be arrested without charges even after President Rodrigo Duterte ordered it. Duterte earlier ordered the arrest of Wong Chu King for alleged economic sabotage over the use of fake cigarette stamps. Asked if his decision not to have Wong Chu King arrested was in defiance of the president, Aguirre says he was only doing what the president would have done under the circumstances, as both of them respect and obey the law. Wong Chu King on Tuesday met with Aguirre and National Bureau of Investigation Director Dante Guieran. Aguirre says Wong Chu King just expressed his willingness to fully cooperate with any investigation that may involve him when they talked in his office. He adds it's up to the Finance Department, Bureau of Internal Revenue, and Bureau of Customs to file the complaint against Wong Chu King. China on Wednesday calls on Pyongyang to suspend its nuclear and missile activities in exchange for the United States and South Korea halting war games to prevent what it calls a head-on collision. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's proposal comes after a volley of North Korean missile tests flew provocatively close to Japan. Beijing is particularly concerned over the deployment this week of the USS THAAD defense system as a shield against North Korea's growing missile threat. Wang says, quote, "The two sides are like accelerating trains coming toward each other with neither side willing to give way."